Good morning, friends. Get out of the way of the view of the woods outside this wonderful room I'm staying in the upper floor of a older, well cared for home in the woods just outside of a little town, the town that my children went to high school in, except for the youngest one who went there for a couple years and then moved to Southern California, where some perceive the weather is better than in Michigan. Okay, so I'm staying with a dear friend and client who came under my care in the 1980s. So it was another millennium. But I read this comment from one of the people that watched my video. And when I read it this morning, it just took me to tears, and then I asked my friend if I could read it to her. And yeah, it had an impactful effect on her. So this video is just going to be the reading of this comment, and you can see it on if you go to the if you go to the video Healing Field for All Who Are Suffering Now. The comment was made by Deb Yates 6607. It's made 21 hours ago. And her words are just amazing, and they feel like they're coming in from the higher realm. So she writes, "It's all wonderful, but 11 minutes 44 seconds begins pure gold for me." And she quotes words from the video, quote, "To let the suffering begin to come to an end through my own suffering." End of quote. She said, "This is all exquisitely beautiful and from your deepest heart, or perhaps your great empathy, or maybe a bit of both, not sure. We are love." This is another quote from that video. "We are love, and love is what's going to heal." End of quote. And she says, "Yes, dear friend, yes." Next quote, she quotes, It may be all we need to do is give up suffering." End quote. Then she says, "I dreamt of exactly this last night. A perceptual shift, a new lens through which we may choose to look at all situations, past, present, and future. A perceptual lens of surrendering a story we have believed in and become perhaps too comfortable in, even though it causes pain." She asks the question, what if healing is that simple? What if on the other side of a step into the unknown is a world that has been here all along? And she says, "I have no answers, but if there is one, and only one steadfast knowing that has always been deeply within me, it is that love is." And love is the way through. And then she says, "Have a day as beautiful as your heart." Today I give you this gift. A gift from Deb Yates to me that I pass on to you. Our hearts are opening, and my heart, as it opens to pain. It opens to other things, but I'm aware that it opens to pain. And I feel this pain in my heart, but I'm not interested in holding it. I may hold my heart in loving embrace, caring about this heart that has served me well for 77 years. This heart that's been imprisoned in my consciousness from my fears of being hurt, like I was as a child, repeatedly hurt again, hurt again. But as Arlen has so beautifully explained to me, is that if I just let go of the pain, the contracted energy, it can just go away like that. It was there a minute ago. I was talking about this pain that I was feeling. And then, because of what I watched Arlen do last night in the process of showing how to let go of anger, I embodied, I took into my body the truth of his words, so it became true to me that it could be as simple as he demonstrated. And now I was able to demonstrate to you, through my own experience of this deep pain in my heart, and then having it released. Then I notice this deep pain in my throat. And in my mind, I relate to this pain in my throat being related to grief and loss. So this morning in the video, or last night the video, I think, that was published this morning, made last night, published this morning, where Arlen helped me and others who watch it release anger. I'm going to go inside this grief and not suffer from it, but experience it. And then that grief has a particular feeling, and if you're watching this video, you may actually feel that. We may heal together. As far as I'm concerned, it's the only way we're going to heal, is if we heal together. So I feel that grief. I feel it in my arms. I feel it in my throat. I feel it in my upper part of my chest. I feel it in my chest. I feel it in my knees. I feel it in my elbows. I feel it in my back on the lower right side. I feel that grief. I feel my eyes burning. And I stay aware that what I'm doing is pretending to be Arlen. Because Arlen just can flip back and forth between things. He can just demonstrate things. He's in one state of consciousness and he's in another state of consciousness. And somebody wrote me how effective that was for them. And today I had greetings from Ireland. And then, as long as you want to hold this grief, you can. And when you're ready to stop holding it, you just release it. I'm definitely becoming a lover of Arlen. This could have been this easy a long time ago if I hadn't wanted to do it myself, because I didn't trust my guides. Really, truthfully, I didn't trust them, even though they gave me nothing to not trust them about. I just didn't trust anyone. And all it takes is just one person. They may be a non-incarnate being, except when they're incarnate in your body, demonstrating to you how you can change in ways that'll be useful to you. But I do feel complete trust in this being, who I understand represents a group of beings who are here to help all of us through me. So they help me, and I was asked to set up this site, to make these videos. I was asked to do this in June of 2020. So now it's November of 2024. So 4.5 years ago, my guide suggested that I learn to make videos and post them on YouTube, because I could help make it easier for others. And I could not imagine myself doing it. I did not want to do it. I basically said no, 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 no. And last December of 2023, my stepdaughter, ballet choreographer, filmmaker, international traveler, healer, she said, "I can teach you how to do that." And I decided to get my phone and videotape her teaching me, so if I got lost in the process, I could go back to my phone to the part that she was talking about this or that, and I could watch it again and remember how to do this, so that now, after close to 400 videos, I don't have to think much about it. It's like how much I had to think before I'd learned to drive the car. And then after driving it for a while, it wasn't about thought, it was just about being present with the vehicle. This may be how easy healing may become for us. It's just about doing it, doing it, doing it, and getting more comfortable in driving the vehicle. I'm starting to sound like Arlen, which is not a bad thing. The gratitude that I feel for that being and that group of beings, and all the beings that were willing to teach me night after night after night in the dream world. And now they're teaching me in the awake world, which they wanted to do in June of 2020. They wanted to teach me in front of an audience, and I didn't want to do it. And so I let go of any pain associated with any suffering that anyone experienced, because I wasn't willing to let go of my own suffering. I forgive myself. I forgive you for any suffering that you have made longer because you held on to it. I forgive you because I love you, because we're one, And how can we not love each other? How can we not share in the joy and the pain and the process? But how can we not suffer? Any longer? I feel like suffering was an addiction that I just couldn't give up. I can't even tell what I got from it. Maybe attention. Maybe when I was suffering I got attention. Now I give you attention, and I give me attention, and I wish for you everything I wish for me, which is healing on all levels, through all space and time. Love growing in your heart, and that love spreading to everyone around you. Just spreading that love, because in essence, you are love. I am love. We are love. I loved when one of my commenters, one of my dear friends who made a comment, got it that I changed the word team from T-E-A-M to T-I-A-M, because when people would say the words, "Is there an I in team?" I could say yes. I am the I am in team. And when my friend made the comment that she got it, she got that when I changed the spelling of the word team, I brought in the I am presence. I am that I am that you are. And together we will wake up in a world that we've always dreamed of. And I greet you from that world. With all my heart. And I must go. I see you is so beautiful. And I'm just going to mention Tammy's name. So Tammy, thank you for opening up my Kohl's account in 2001. And thank you for loving your son, Josh, who's living with paralysis. And if you gave him the means of accessing the YouTube, I believe that video where Arlen talks about the crushing of my spine when I was 12 years old, and then takes me into that crushing and helps me release the energy of that event, may very well help Josh help himself. That would be my gift from Arlen to Tammy to Josh. Josh, may you heal. And I'm going to put a plug in here. for any of you in the Ann Arbor area. It's going to put in a little advertisement for a spiritual healing center that just opened up on Baker Road in Dexter. And the healing center is called Angel Whispers. And it had its open house last Sunday, but I went in on Saturday. And while they were still doing last minute construction and putting up doors and getting ready for the open house the next day, I felt like I'd walked in the most healing environment that I ever experienced. And I will be back. Because I knew love, which filled the walls of this building, and may very well have led to the open-heartedness I feel right now. So thank you, Vicki, Danielle, and I can't remember, but it might be Rob, but the three partners who got together and brought this vision together. And if it isn't Rob, I apologize. And I would say that my experience of you, you know who you are, is you're bringing spirit to the sciences. And the sciences need that spirit. Thank you for all that you're doing. So, Vicki, Danielle, and your male partner who has a heart of gold, thank you for creating that center of healing, and may people find their way to that place. All women. And now must go and wipe my drippy nose. Blessings on all of you. We are a team.